Before the Fastlane team was formed, we were actually working on another title. We have a funnel approach, which means that instead of putting 20 people on a project and trying to work it out what it is straight away, we actually have many small teams working on lots of small ideas at any one point in time. Collectively as a team, we decided that we should kill the project. Off the back of that, we started a lot of soul searching, thinking, what game do we really want to make? What are we passionate about? And that was the starting point for Fastlane.
We all grew up playing games like 1942 and Spy Hunter. This genre is very successful in China, Korea and Japan, but not in the West. And really those markets are very different from each other. When you see something that's working in all three, that's usually a sign that there's something universal behind those games that will work really well. And we thought that was a really exciting opportunity.
However, you can't just copy and paste them and take them to a Western market. The meta design, some of the core gameplay mechanics is very different. We have a slightly different appetite. We felt that there were a lot of mobile games that had a very sort of soft, rounded kids appeal, or very high fantasy, dark aesthetic, but nothing that had a sort of bright, vibrant, irreverent style that we wanted as gamers ourselves. So we felt that if we could combine awesome music with a great aesthetic and solid mechanics, we would sure to have a huge hit on our hands.
So when you fire up the game, you will get a sense of this kind of really juiciness and this really eye-catching, warm, vibrant experience in the UI and in the game as well, where a lot of the VFX are kind of a bit over the top.
Fastlane can best be described as a short burst of ferocious arcade action. There's explosions everywhere, things are flying off the screen.
Huge combination of pickups and missiles and obstacles and bosses and different enemy types.
It's very easy, accessible, pick up and play.
I've played between 1,000 and 10,000 races and I don't get bored playing that game, and it's one of the few games that I still play and I'm like, bro, this is awesome.
So this used to be your city, and this boss took over your city. Now you are trying to get it back, and you're bringing everybody down with you.
We also have quite a comprehensive live ops program, which basically means that every weekend we're going to switch content out, add new challenges and make it feel as if the game is breathing and alive and responding to the player base. So for example, on our launch weekend, we have over 20 YouTubers in the game. They all have their own original storylines and gameplay content and rewards.
They represent over 60 million subscriber reach, so it's a really big audience.
After working with influencers for quite a few years and figuring out what their community really likes to watch, we tried to figure out how to make that a playable piece in the game.
The rivalries and the friendships and the partnerships and the relationships that all play out on YouTube will play out in the game as well.
There's no limit. We can be as creative as we want. We can go as crazy as we want with the storyline.
We've got control and decision-making power over everything, and it also really allows the personality of the team to come through. So for example, we like pugs. There's a pug in the game.
I put that in, like I confess, I'm a massive pug fan. I love them. I've got pug stuff all over my house. It's embarrassing. I think you smile every time you see them, so I'm guilty of that, so that's my fault.
But like more seriously, everything from the music soundtrack in the game to the design of the boss characters and their backstories.
I think at one point we had, you know, a 100-page document of different personality archetypes that we could choose from, and there was just this wealth of variety that had just come out of all these different personalities that are on our team.
There is a lot of like puns, Easter eggs, funny and sometimes not funny jokes.
To be given that much creative control over something is just so much fun. There's a lot of responsibility as well, it's scary at times.
So at Space Ape we really believe in having very talented people and giving them a lot of space, and so management doesn't even get involved in telling the teams what to make or even telling them what not to make. That comes from the teams themselves.
The team's been working really hard on the product over the last few months. We've really enjoyed putting it together, and we hope you all enjoy playing it as much as we've enjoyed making it.